Morning, evening, good afternoon to you all. Hope everyone's well. Hope everyone's staying safe and having a lovely day. No matter where you are, what you're doing, and all that jazz. Now, I know I only put a video up the other day, but there's some circumstances at home which have kind of spurred me on to try and keep busy more than anything, if I'm perfectly honest with yourself, but I won't go into detail. And so last night, what I was doing, I had a quick look over some of my old videos and some of the content that we've been putting up, and it just got me thinking about what sort of direction I want this channel to go in. We've recently grown a few more subscribers, so morning to everyone that's just recently joined us. Thank you so much for doing so. And like I said, it made me think about what I want to do, which sort of direction I want this channel to go. The options which I kind of looked at was, one was like an educational sort of channel. This is how you do this, this is how you do this, this is how you do this, that sort of thing. And then I looked at some of my videos I did last year, which was I did kind of like a basic beekeeping sort of online course. And I looked at that and I couldn't get over how unnatural I looked. Don't get me wrong, I love teaching, and I'm a tutor in my job, and I love teaching people and talking about people how to do certain things. But just doing that on camera just isn't me. I can't make it come across as well as so many other beekeepers do. So I've decided to kind of go down the route of sticking to like almost like a vloggy sort of style beekeeping channel. Just bring you down, show you what we're doing, how we're doing it, and more importantly how this place grows, because I've got plans for this place. I've got plans for what I want to do as a beekeeper. I do eventually want to turn this into if not a full-time career, but a part-time career alongside my normal job, which my kids can get involved in, my family can get involved in, and I want to basically document how this place gets to that point. I think I've said a little while back on one of my channels, one of my videos, saying these videos are really initially designed so that I can look back on them, I can see what I've done, I can see how I've done things, what time of years I've done things, and just kind of keep a video sort of diary almost about how I'm doing things when I'm doing things. Because I know as a beekeeper you should really be keeping notes about everything, when you treat, what you've treated with, how you've treated, all that sort of stuff. And I'm not one for note taking, it's brutally honesty. I just can't do that either. So that's why these two videos were originally put together, so that I could document what I'm doing and go from there. But the channel seems to be growing really, really well. And like I said, thank you to everyone that's joined us, continue to support us, continue to go from there. So that's the sort of direction that I want this channel to go, and I hope you enjoy it and I hope you follow along with us. But it will mean that things like the basic beekeeping short course sort of thing, as far as YouTube's concerned, I'm gonna cut that out, because I just don't look natural when I'm doing it. I'm a very much off the cuff sort of person. Like now, I know I'm here down with the bees, just having a quick check, and I thought, let's tell you what I'm doing. So it's off the cuff. I don't like scripting things. That being said as well, there's been a lot of videos recently, and I think it's coming to the time of year where beekeepers are struggling to put things out there about mistakes that have been made and learning from mistakes and things like that. I know Black Mountain Honey did one a little while ago, and they've done a great one. So if you want to head over to their channel and have a look at that one, they've done a really, really good one. This is just a really, really quick idea of what my mistakes have been since I started, which was back in 2018. I think this channel has been going now, it's a few years. And not necessarily with the YouTube channel, I'm not going to go into that, but as far as beekeeping is concerned. So I mentioned this on one of my old ones, which was my kit. Now, when I first started beekeeping, take the kit off, chuck it in the back of the car, job done. I split so many of my veils just because they got into my car, they got stuck on a bit of fondant, the veil ripped, and I was like, oh crap, so I had to buy new veils. So taking care of your kit, one of the mistakes I've made, which I think beekeepers shouldn't be making. Another mistake that I've made is foundation. So foundation for your frames, I use wax foundation for all of my hives, all of my brood frames. Whenever everything goes in, I use foundation. And what I used to do was I used to buy my frames and I used to buy my foundation at the same time, which makes perfect sense. You buy it all at one go, job done. But when do you actually need your foundation? You need your foundation when you're going to be putting it in your beehives, not you know, if you buy a bulk order of say 50 frames, like I've just done with my 14x12s, and I buy 50 frames of foundation or 50 lots of foundation, I don't actually need that on there for another 6 months or so, however many months it is. So why buy it and store it? It costs the same pretty much no matter what time of year you buy it. And I've done it before now where I bought 50 sheets of foundation, left it in the shed, or even worse, made the frames up. So I put the foundation in the frames, they've warped, they've cracked, I've got to look after them, all that sort of stuff. So from now on, it's just going to be a case of make up the frames, buy the sheets of foundations maybe a few weeks before I need them, and then go from there. The problem you've got with that one is the fact that you're now buying foundation when everyone else needs it. So there might be, you know, double-edged sword with that one, but that's kind of how I see it as a bit of a mistake. The other mistake that I've made, and this is documented so well by loads and loads of beekeepers, and that is interfering with your hives. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not talking about hive inspections, you know, you 7-day, 10-day sort of inspections during peak season. They've got to be done, making sure everything's okay. But what I mean is, for no reason, going in your hives, messing about with them, looking at them, that is the most difficult thing, especially for new beekeepers, to try and not do, shall I say. You want to, you know, it's the new thing, you want to get involved in them, you want to see what they're up to, all that sort of stuff. And now this is the first year I've kind of taken a bit of a step back from going into my hive as often as I normally have, and my harvest has been massive compared to previous years. My harvest has been great, the bees are looking healthy, the bees are going into winter, I think stronger than they have done any other years before now, and I'm pretty sure that's one reason of that is because I've left them alone more. So yeah, so if you are a new beekeeper out there, I know you want to get into your hives, just leave them be. You know, I think it's been said a few times. And like I said, if you have a look at most top 10 sort of mistakes videos of beekeepers, that's normally they're number one. It's just, you know, you don't need to worry about them too much. These creatures have been doing this longer than we have. You know, they've been making hives. These bees have been around for millions of years, and they've been doing this longer than we have. They know what they're doing. Let them get on with it. So that's kind of the 3 sort of mistakes which I've kind of experienced myself, which I think people should kind of understand as well. But like I said, what I want this video channel to really be is a journey with me through my career as a beekeeper, joining me with the highs, joining me with the lows, and just seeing this place grow. So as far as educational sort of things go, there are a lot better channels out there and people that do that so much better than me. I'm going to say Black Mountain Honey again. You have a look at some of their how-to or you know, putting in things like that. They do things so much better than I can. And so I really want this to be more of a vlog sort of style YouTube channel. And it's just off the cuff sort of enjoyment sort of stuff. And I hope it comes across, and I hope it comes across in the channels the fact that I am passionate about what I do. I am passionate about beekeeping, and I am passionate about sharing the experience with you guys. But like I said, as far as this is how you do this, this is how you do this, these are sort of things you need to watch out for as a sit down talk about sort of thing. I'm just look so unnatural doing that sort of stuff. And like I said, you'll see if you have a look at one of my the playlists I've got, which is for basic beekeeping sort of information. You just look at that, and I'm doing a picture camera, and I just look so uncomfortable doing it. Whereas, like I said, I'm hoping these sort of videos they come across where I'm actually enjoying what I'm talking about a lot more. But that's pretty much it. I just walked down past the girls. They all seem fine. They're all flying, which remember we're in the middle of November now. The weather should be colder than this, but we're at 12 degrees now. And so we've got a few hives which are flying about, bringing in pollen, which is great. You know, I've got no issues with that. It's just hopefully that's not going to affect our next season, whereas the winter's now going to be a month more than it should be. Does that make sense? Yeah, I think that makes sense. But yeah, that's where we're at the moment. I just want to do a quick video with bits that are on my mind, sharing them with yourself. And so thank you so much for joining me. If you do see fit, please give us a like. If you are new here, please consider subscribing to the channel. You lot are amazing. You have a great day. Bye bye.